Will you give all you can give so that our banner may advance? Hey, welcome back to more Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm SlayerMathis, and last time we helped Commander Izzard find a nice little hot spring to get a little bit of rest, finally, for his old bones. And this time, we're out here in Colony Mew to take care of Best Girl Fiona's Ascension Quest. Got some, at least I believe it's their Ascension Quest right now.
Fifi, listen! Hey, listen! So, the other day, right, Mickey was like...
Hey, hold on! You can't tell her that! Tell me!
Oh, she's here! Sorry, Fifi, I'll just borrow you for 1 sec. It's about the flowers for Irma. People keep asking why we don't plant the seeds. We've been kind of brushing it off, saying it's been tough for you, but we're gonna have to do something.
Ah! Right.
Oh, don't feel like you have to rush anything, if you're still working through your feelings.
Hey, don't you guys think Tallow and Fifi have been really close lately? I feel like they've been talking alone a bunch.
I think you're imagining it.
Then why are you so flustered?
Very fishy.
No, really, it's nothing. I'm just...
You've been more distant ever since Irma died.
Aya?
To get blunt with you, everyone's a bit concerned, okay?
Yeah, we really are.
We're all sad about Irma dying too, you know? But it's even worse seeing you getting so down like this.
I'm fine, really.
So why do you always dodge the issue every time we bring her up? You can't tell me it's not on purpose.
Hey, that's enough.
It's not enough until I say it's enough. And anyway, we weren't talking to you.
That's right. This is about Fifi.
Not you, Turkenhead.
Why?
It's not just about Irma either. We're worried about the future of the colony as well. There's so much we want to discuss, but you're always busy in your own head.
Are you sure you can't share with us?
I'm sorry.
I don't get it. What's going on in there, Fifi?
Don't mind them, Fiona. They'll come around, I'm sure.
So you're just gonna leave it like this?
If they knew the truth, it'd only hurt them more. And then Colony Mew would fall apart. Maybe, but with things like this, you'll be the one who's hurting. I haven't decided what to do about the flowers for Irma yet. I'm going to pay a quick visit to the flower garden, okay? Is she gonna be all right?
She made a choice to protect her friends, but it created distance between them. Seems like a thankless endeavor to me.
Do you think there's anything we could do, Lance?
Well, yeah. I reckon she's forgetting something pretty important here. All we gotta do is remind her. Better get ourselves over to the flower garden.
And so we start a farewell reset.
So that's the state of affairs.
I love the voice acting of all of Colony Mew. They have such fun accents, and again, why does everything have to go so wrong with Fiona? Oh, I love Fiona so much. I'm starting to waffle between whether I like Fiona or Juniper more. I think I'm leaning more towards Fiona as my favorite hero. Just character-wise, and also gameplay-wise, to be fair. We'll get to the Juniper later. But I love Fiona so much. I feel so bad for her. I want to give her a hug and head pats, and because she's only, what, like 6? What term is she in? 5th term. Yeah. 15-year-old running a colony that most are 20. The end of their life.
I wanted to change so I could stay together with my friends. But all I do is wallow in my own misery. Just not getting anywhere. I hate this. I keep missing you, Irma. And I hate that too.
Oi, Turkin Bun!
Huh? You mean me?
Who else would I mean? You're the dummy hurting your friends and yourself and then pretending not to notice. It ain't like you. I thought you wanted to build a new future for Colony Mu.
I know, all right. I know things can't stay like this much longer. But I'm just so scared. I don't know if I can make the right choices. I feel like I'll make some fundamental mistake, and it's terrifying.
Even though we're here. If you can't figure it out yourself, that's when you put your heads together with others. You even think of that?
I agree with my colleague here. Though I must point out that putting his head with others may have adverse effects.
Watch it.
Hey, I know being afraid. Trust me. But a worry shared is a worry halved, yeah? We want to help you, Fifi. Sani, that's so nice.
If Manana can lend wing with anything, please say.
Manana banana.
You don't have to wrestle with everything alone. Next time you forget your friends, I'm gonna call you Fiona Featherhead.
That sounds cute. Manana also want to be called.
I'll have to come up with something special for you.
Everyone, thank you. Okay, so about the flowers for Irma.
Cannot grow flowers for Irma.
What was that, Goo?
Instead, have to bury this. Gugu asked by Irma.
Huh? What's this?
Tariku look like key maybe, but also look super old.
A key? But what does it unlock?
Didn't you say she used to wander off someplace?
Ah. So maybe this is connected somehow. Goo, did you hear anything else?
Sorry, but nothing. Irma was woman of many secrets.
Well, in an absence of obvious leads, we'll just have to gather information ourselves. If possible, we should investigate the Erythia relay base. Irma was meant to be in charge of this whole region. We may come across some form of evidence there.
You think she left us a sign or something?
If she'd left anything, it would have been camouflaged at the time. Now, however...
The effects of her power won't work anymore. We might see something that was hidden before.
Even without leads should still go. Might discover more about steps of Irma than Fiona knew previous.
Someone's being unusually nice.
Lance can fix own power frame from now on.
What? What did I say?
Aw, look. You laughed. That's a good start. Let's go to Erythia relay base and check it out. All right.
We'll look for information on the terminal in the data archives, like before.
So that's the state of
And
affairs.
see, even the party can't get enough of feeling kind of special for Fiona. I love Fiona so much. I want to protect.
I wonder what we'll find.
We'll see when we get there, won't we?
Now, I think there might be a unique monster in here that we haven't taken care of, because I may or may not have thought it was Navigator Ilios. And also, you have a gem that you could use. Sure, let's go with that. I'm pretty sure we have another one. Right? No, I was hoping that the garage door would open. Yes, okay. Taskmaster Empyreon.
Don't let your guard down for a second.
Just while we're in the area, we might as well go and take care of it. Also gets us a bit of Fiona action in combat. This feels like it won't be much of a combat mission, right? Right now we're just learning information. This will be easy. We are significantly higher level. We could get him broken. I'll be dope, as the kids say. Alright, well, we'll just hit them with everything we got. Yeah, I just went for everything I could. I could have just popped into our follow-up field. Let's do that just so we can get a little bit of extra damage off for the team. Or not, since moved it over a little bit. Do that. Bop you, bop bop. Not sure really how many we got in there, but don't think it should be terribly difficult. Again, we're what is this? 14 levels higher. We're fine. We're fine. And I don't know, we do a burst. Never mind. It's like the thing that the Thaumaturge does. The soul thing they do. Okay, let's then daze. I think we have a couple people with burst as well. And we can also get the part where we can purge the rage. Which is a limited time thing, I think I've mentioned this before. Sadly, you don't always get to... It's not a permanent rage purge. And let's just clear out Empyreon. Wow, body double takes a while. And just throw out the 8-fold divide. And yet the soul hack gives us excessive armor. And we'll just quick, again, just because we happen to be in the area. Because of our chance to block enemy combo reactions is not the best, but of course it is something. And at the very least, every unique monster that you kill is a little bit stronger of a talent art for the soul hacker. And of course, one that you can turn into a full talent art for any class. But, I mean, not yet, of course. Soul Hacker's Ascension isn't until Chapter 7, so... yeah. Now, on that note, there is something that I'm still kind of debating, which is what I'm going to do about some of the... about post-game. There is stuff post-game, regardless, but I want to have a little bit more post-game, so I think I might just do the Chapter 7 Ascension quests, and then come back in post-game for the rest of the normal quests, and everything else that we have to do. That's what I'm thinking of doing, at least. Because the stuff that unlocks post-game is actually pretty big, but again, that's not going to be relevant for a while. Just had a little bit of time to talk about things just while we were taking care of a couple of people who happened to be in the way.
You're all thinking it.
Were we thinking it, though?
They're inside! Follow it!
They just keep on coming.
Hold soldiers off and check terminal.
Good call. Go for it, Riku.
Riku check?
It'd save the most time.
Riku not particularly adept at.
It's okay. Manana here also.
Now Riku really worried.
You'll figure it out together. Banana is strong when it counts, and Rickles can keep a cool head. Even if you're not great at something, your friends can always cover your weakness.
Here they come.
We'll never let them through.
Yeah, I think I've mostly cemented that. I'm pretty sure Fiona's taken the cake for my favorite hero. I have not stopped gushing about Fiona, and I mean it helps that she has a working class. I was about to say, I won't say any class is bad. I think Strategos is pretty bad. But, yeah, like, Stalker, I see what it's trying to do. It doesn't execute as well as it wants to, as well as it should. Some classes just happen to struggle. But the Signifer, trust me, is not one of those. It'll be very evident to see. That I do like playing as the Stalker. It's fun playing it. Again, really what matters is whatever you find the most fun as your class. You know, I don't like meta stuff with that. I mean, part of the reason why I don't really want to play too much on hard difficulty is because of the fact that it's just a lot of meta. And like, I get the appeal of playing Ideal. But also, playing Ideal is boring. At least, again, in my opinion at least, it's kind of boring.
Seems like it's over, right?
Riku and Manana also cleaned up over here, somehow.
A large-scale map of Agnian territories. Must be strategic military information.
Sure, fancy. But how do we pinpoint where Irma might have been from this?
Please to direct complaints elsewhere. Security much too tight to crack.
It seemed locked even more tightly than last time.
Seriously? Well, Sparks.
No, hang on. How about here? The map showing a military installation.
Huh? But there was never anything there.
Is map wrong then?
No. The management system is still functional. There's something here. No mistaking it. Then we should definitely check it out, Fifi.
Everyone's Fifi and Banana, and Rickles is a bit of a weird one, but all the nicknames around it makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. But let's go and grab... Yeah, this is somewhere that we haven't been to before. We've not really been in this area of Aurelia Sea. I just never really happened to explore around here. And just park our ship. Could take care of him, but nah. We've already done a couple of superfluous fights. So don't want to go too far extra, but I believe this actually might be close to the end of the quest, to be honest. It's very possible. I don't remember this being a long quest.
So much to see, huh? I'm curious, but scared too. It's okay. I'm here for you. Is this a consul's mask?
Smell of mystery very strong in this place. Must be secret base.
Well, I mean, we know of a consul without a mask.
What's this? Irma's private data. And here, someone else's.
It could be the settings she used for her aliases. This may have been her trying to decide what kind of person to become.
She also might have needed to disguise herself as someone else when dealing with Kevez.
Here's a list of targets for harvesting. And it seems to include Kavesi people.
She must have served as consul for Keves too. The periods when she disappeared must have been times when she acted as a Kevesi consul.
Fifi, how are you holding up? I should have known we'd find something. So why does it hurt so much?
It must be really hard for you. You must feel like you're getting knocked down time and again. But still, you've decided you want to know the truth. Am I wrong?
No, that's precisely it. I decided I didn't want to forget, even if it hurts.
Still, a bit early to be making decisions though, huh?
True, true. We not used key yet.
Friend got to keep it together. Fiona already learned they're more in world than can see with eyes.
Yeah. Thank you, Rickles. Is this box...
A seashell and glass? And some thingamajig.
They're from me. Gifts for her birthday. The shell is from when we found matching ones. And this, a charm we all made together.
They've been stored carefully. They were important. But she wanted them locked away. Her feelings.
It would be a whole lot easier if we just pinned her as bad. Problem is, though, that'd be missing the whole point.
It's hard to sort fact from fiction. That's why we're stuck, umming and ahhing.
Have you found it now? What matters?
To make it through. She reminded me at the very end. And our promise. It lives within me even now.
Friend can keep promise.
Yeah. Finally, I understand. Irma.
And this? We're just gonna leave it?
It will be easier to show everyone, rather than just telling them.
So you'll tell him what the deal is?
Some won't be able to accept it, I'm sure. But still, for the new colony Mew, we have to be strong enough to face anything, even things we don't want to see. Unless we can overcome that hurdle, I think we won't be able to really change. And that's what Irma taught me. Are you all right? Thanks, Henny. I'm fine. Irma's not with us anymore. But the things that she left for me are many. The colony, my friends, I'll protect them with all my might. Come on. There's a lot to do.
I see some relations have changed.
And so we go to the bed of woes and wishes. Was she staying here alone, maybe? But there's no bath. And she just really smelled bad. This was Consul's eyes mask. Little box full of memories. I bet you couldn't bear to part with this. Looks like the times and destinations of the console visits are logged here. Looks like all the details laid out here. Name, term, gender, the lot. That the data for the soldier's urn was posing as then. The list of individuals harvested from Magnus and Kevis. What's that? There's an X next to the names of everyone from Colony Mew.
Oh, night is falling.
We'll pop on in at nighttime. Little nighttime. Maybe sunset would have been a little bit better. Oh well, too late.
Aya, everyone. I've got something to say to you all. I'm sorry for the worries. I wasn't sure if I should tell you about Irma.
Did something happen?
We thought you were just out of sorts. That you were trying to get over her death. There's more to it than that, then.
Yeah. I couldn't face it. I just didn't want to see you all hurt. I was only seeing what I wanted to. I think doing that only hurt you more.
Hang on. What's this about? You didn't do anything wrong, Fifi.
Irma was wrong, but she wasn't the only one. It took some time, but now I know. I want to start again. Work to rebuild it all. I want to come clean. Will you hear my story? I'm a lousy commander. Sorry.
Oh, come off it. We're the ones who should be sorry. For letting you struggle alone.
It might take some time. Is that all right?
Of course.
We'll help you shoulder it.
Of course we will. We all will.
Wow. She sure is brave. For such a crybaby.
She was afraid of making mistakes before now. Do you think she's over that?
I doubt it'll be that easy. But, so what if she does? At least now, she knows she won't be staying wrong for long. I reckon that's the case, anyhow.
Makes you think. We could learn from them.
Yeah.
So that finishes. A farewell reset. Having finally told her Kelly the truth about Irma, Fiona now accepts her for who she really was and is taking a big step forward toward the future.
I see some relations.
Another part that I love about Fiona so much is Irma and her part of the story. Again, Lance put it very well, where it'd be a lot easier to pin everyone in Mobius as the bad guys, to make it so that they're, the ultimate evil. Oh my god, that's a beautiful sight. To make it so that they're this ultimate evil, that they're nothing good about them. But we've seen that that's not true. With people like Irma, people like M, Triton. I think we've had a few other relatively benevolent Mobius out there, but it's not so black and white. Yes, this game can be pretty black and white at times. Mobius, they're very obviously, for the most part, villains, and it's more of a tragic villain, but like, we've seen a little bit of Y, we've seen a little bit of X, we've seen a little bit of Z. I don't know if he's officially been name dropped, but we know who he is. We've seen him a little bit, and we know that it's more, there's some, at its base, it still is a pretty generic story. It's still very much, we are the good guys, they're the bad guys. But then you have people like Irma who really put a wrinkle in that, where it seemed like she genuinely did care about Mew. And it hurts Fiona that there was both of these truths going on, that Irma cared, and she was also Mobius trying to basically hunt them down. And it hurts, and Fiona just needs a hug, always. I say this every time, but come on, like... Anyways, with all of that, we now have the Signifer able to go up to rank 20. So let's go over it. The Signifer, starting off with its class multipliers, 0.6 HP, 0.85 attack, 0.75 healing, 1.05 dexterity, 0.9 agility, 10 physical defense, and 30 ether defense. For their skills, they have Cheer Up Everyone, which restores nearby allies' HP on Art Execution. Goes from 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50. And all those are up an extra 10% with Fiona. I've Got Your Backs will extend buff duration by 30, 35, 40, 45, and 50%. All About Support increases the number of field arts that can be used by 1. And We Can Do Better restores 4% of HP when a buff is applied. And I just realized I forgot to actually mark down the unique skill for... Is this the... Yes. I forgot to mark down the unique skill for Fiona, because of course she does not have an arts palette, so she gets her own skill, which is Brightest Star, which will boost their damage dealt at high HP. Let me just quick grab her stats on that, because again, I just forgot to grab it. Brightest Star boosts damage by 40% and then 60% on Evolution, Ascension, whatever. Again, I just forgot to mark that down. I remember seeing that there was that difference. I just, again, forgot to mark it down. Going over their arts, Resonant Flag will transfer all buffs that you have to your allies. Has a recharge of 8 to 7 at 10, 6 and 5. Goes from 6 to 4 on Fiona. I'm going to get to Oriole later, but we'll move on to Heal Harmony. Heal Harmony gives Regenerate, which is 1.5% of HP every 1.5 seconds. I believe actually that might be incorrect. Regenerate is a little bit weird where it changes how much it regens based off of the art. I think it's basically 2 every 2. It's a field of, has a recharge of 4 to 3 at 15, and then the usual small, medium, and large fields. Illuminate boosts damage for every buff, has a recharge of 7 to 6 at 10, and 4 at 15, goes from 4 to 3 on Fiona, has a recharge of, has a power multiplier of 180, 210, 235, 270, and 310, and for Fiona, 165, 190, 215, 245, and 280. Every buff will give you an extra 30 to 40 at level 10, and 50% extra damage per buff. Spirited Charge also is the same sort of deal, but just a little bit less beefy, I should say. It is always a 3-hit recharge, 2 for Fiona when she gets to Ascension. We'll have it down to 2. 110, 120, 130, 145, 165, and again, the same sort of deal with your per buff bonus. And then we get to Oriole. Oriole will apply a random buff of the randomly applicable buffs. I should say there are buffs that you can't randomly get applied through Oriole or through Feather Sanctuary. So yeah, it is a random buff. Recharge of 5 to 4 at 10 and 3 at 15. Cry of Faith, 2 random buffs to the entire party. Going through those applicable buffs, we have gone through this before, but doesn't hurt to go through it again. Accuracy Up is 25% extra accuracy. Armor Veil nullifies damage up to 20% of the max HP of the user. Attack Up is 25% extra damage. Counter Healing means that for the next 3 hits that you take, you will restore 5% of your max HP. Critical Hit Plus adds an extra 25% damage on crits, so again, rather than crits doing 1.5 times damage, they do 1.75 times damage, unless you have any buffs that already boost up crit damage. Crit Rate Up boosts your crit rate by 25%. Debuff Barrier nullifies 1 debuff. Decoy evades 1 attack. Ether Ankle nullifies 1 reaction. Evasion Up gives you a 25% chance to dodge. Fast Recharge boosts your recharge rate by 20%. Power Charge boosts the damage of your next art by 1.5 times. And Recovery Up boosts your outgoing healing by 1.5 times. Moving on over to Fiona, of course she does have that unique skill. Her unique arts are, okay, they marked this wrong. Lighting Passion is a rename of Illuminate. Goes down to, actually hold up. It's a rename, hold up. They were really wrong with these. Okay, I think Lighting Passion, I think is the same sort of thing as Spirited Charge, I believe. Yes, this is Spirited Charge, but maybe? I don't know. It's weird. Mikey is really weird about this. Lighting Passion, it's the same sort of deal. I believe it goes from 3 to 2. So, yeah. She also has Max Effort, which is is Oriole, but has a 3 to 2 hit recharge. And Unbreakable Heart is your Heal Harmony, and it is still always 3 hits. Fiona, she has a base TP of 15. Her chain effect multiplies the TP of active characters by 1.2 times. And her chain order is Galactic Flight, which will give Power Charge, which is a 1.5 times boost to damage on your next art. And also recharge your party gauge by a segment. And I will just read off what I have in my notes, the very first sentence. Holy fuck, Signifer is so goddamn busted. Seriously, this class is so good. Buffs are incredibly good, and the fact that it can boost itself up even more with the fact that it buffs is great. It snowballs a lot, and Signifer can just kind of throw buffs everywhere. I don't really like talking too much about other classes, but pair this with some stuff from Troubadour, and the Signifer is just bonkers good. They're not the best healer, and I've noted my issues in the past about non-healing healers, but the Signifer's so good that it gets around that for me. They're low base stats, they don't really have much multipliers, but again, you don't really need to have high stats when you're the buffing person. When you're out there, when you're just slinging out buffs left and right, when you're boosting up the party with every single way that you can, yeah, it's so good. It has that one roll, it buffs the party, and it does it so well. And to say that it does that roll well is like saying this game has just a few hours of gameplay in it. You're not wrong, but you're also vastly understating it. And like, the thing with Signifer is weird because there's not too much complex about it. You buff, you transfer buffs. That's it. But the fact that it can do that so well is so good, and the fact that it recharges so quickly anyways is ridiculous. Fast recharge doesn't really do you much good because the recharges are already so slow. I mean, they only save you on anything that's, 6 or higher, really. And nothing for Fiona is under 5. It's so good. I think you do. No, even on normal characters, you won't even get anything under 5. You wave the flag, you make everybody better. That's it. Fiona is also, again, very simple, but incredibly good. Galactic Flight is the single best chain order in the game. I will die on that hill, and I don't think many people are going to fight me on that. The fact that you can get another segment of chain attack, basically, well, not basically free, for entirely free, so good. You get it early, probably better for one of the mid ones. You go through and get a lot of damage buff up, and I mean her chain effect isn't it's good. It's good. It helps the entire party out. It's not anything groundbreaking, I would say, but it still is really, really good. Fiona just makes everyone better. The Signifer just makes everyone better. Going from Strategos to Signifer is such a breath of fresh air, because the Signifer is so good. But you know what? No, we needed a positive note after me complaining about Strategos quite a bit last time, and I think the Signifer has done that very well. So next time, we continue on what I believe will be the last 2 quests. of this run. I have 2 more ascension quests left to go. But until then, see you guys later.